Hey, what's up, players? This is SWE General Manager and WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and you're watching Rogue Villain Media. Holla!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Heels Up. I am Vlad St. Valentine. With me is the host with the Ramoses, Mr. Caidan Ramos.
How you doing?
Dude, I'm great, except for the fact that we had to sit through another episode of wrestling.
Yep.
I know it's the go-home show for, like, TLC, but I'm just beaten on this, dude.
Yeah, it was, SmackDown was expose the episode.
Yeah, tonight was not fun. Raw was slightly better, but still it's 3 hours long, so I'm always going to complain about that every chance I get. We do start off the night, though, Monday Night Raw, with actually a pretty funny segment. Miz is out there reading a little Christmas carol there, and AJ and Drew are reenacting what is going to happen at TLC with AJ winning the match. Morrison is dressed like Drew and doing a terrible Braveheart like accent. Yeah, you know, he's less convincing than Mel Gibson as a Scotsman, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good. Like the stabbing him and it going on too long and the Miz getting frustrated. And then the Miz like putting the fake in, putting the tacking on the ending with him winning it by cashing in the belt and AJ getting all pissy about it and stuff. It was funny. But Sheamus comes out, interrupts, and we get a match between AJ Styles and Sheamus, which, okay match, but it was okay match.
Yeah.
It was a big guy, small guy match, and AJ's great at pretty much everything he does. Sheamus gets some big licks in early on, but AJ works over the leg, and then Sheamus stupidly tries to climb to the top rope or second rope to deliver a white noise. AJ jumps off, chop blocks him, and then gives him the most devastating move ever. The fucking roll up, man. Yeah. The roll up. That stupid fucking roll up. That manatee's favorite ball.
I guess they were on vacation there for a little while.
Yeah.
They had a quarantine in Florida.
They're back. Yeah. The manatees had the night off or had their quarantine session. Now they're back playing with that favorite ball of theirs. No.
And they got furloughed.
They got furloughed. Now they're back. All right. Yeah. Well, the manatees whipped out the trusty roll up ball tonight, and Sheamus takes the loss. And afterwards, he's pissed off and tries to attack AJ and almost just kind of grabs him and pulls him over the top rope, and his leg gets tied up, and AJ just starts working his ass over with the chair and hitting the knee. And I'm like, you know, I know that you and Drew don't really come help each other out in these situations, but like your buddy's tied up, hanging upside down, getting beaten with the chair. That's a little bit more than, you know, he got into a pub fight and just let him hold his own. Like that's a come out and help your friend out for fuck's sake. I guess because they can't have almost taken shots yet.
Probably.
I don't know if he can take a bump or anything because I haven't seen him take anything yet other than just kind of, he hasn't delivered a shot or taken a shot at all. Like, I'm not convinced he can do anything but walk.
Probably. Well, he can carry AJ.
He can carry AJ. That's true. He has done that a few times. So we have Miz and Morrison taking on Keith Lee, and they beat him in a 2-on-1 handicap match, which, okay, fair enough. These guys are, you know, contenders and they're good fighters, and Keith put on a hell of a match, but Drew beat them in a 2-on-1 match like previously, so that kind of shows you where Keith Lee ranks and all that, I guess. So
He got sent back to PC Center, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they even did this. I mean, it didn't make Keith look bad. He looked fine. And I wouldn't have expected him to win this one. He didn't even look bad in defeat. They just kind of dogpiled it and snuck the victory out. So,
yeah, it took both of them to do it, so.
Yeah, I only mentioned it because you had Drew do it last week and he came out on top, so you're kind of telling us that Keith isn't on Drew's level. And I don't think you should be putting those messages out there, mostly because Keith is a damn viable candidate for that title opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you don't give him the belt yet, a program with him would still be fun to watch. You know, it'd still be a match we'd all like to see, even if he's not ready yet. You have him challenge now, lose, go back and like win the mid card belt for a while, stick in that section for a bit, and then come back and challenge for it a second time and win. You know, I don't know. I like Keith Lee, and I want to see Keith Lee face Drew some more because they're fun watching them work together. And I want to see it on the big stage for the belt and let them just go all out.
Yeah, I'd love to see them go yard.
Yeah, especially a TLC match. Ooh. So we get the Firefly Fun House field trip. Bray comes out there and has all the Firefly puppets around the ringside and starts telling bad jokes for Randy Orton, all all snake-related puns. But Randy eventually comes up on the big screen and says some spooky shit, but challenges Bray to a game of hide and seek tonight. Bray loves playing his games, and he just can't resist. So Bray's off to find Randy in the back in their little game of hide and seek, which honestly, it's adorable. I'm glad they could put aside their differences and have a fun game of hide and seek. I wish more of us could do that these days.
Yeah. We should just do an entire United States game of hide and seek and tell everybody that they got to hide and then just wait out 2 weeks. Just in this virus.
So Mace beat Ricochet. And again, the only reason I mention it is because Mace beat somebody.
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah. Shit.
I guess that one lesson over there at the Performance Center worked out for him.
Fair enough. I want to see the big guys win. It makes sense they win. I like Ricochet. I really do. But you tell me you're not going to do anything with Ricochet, and Ricochet needs to get his ass over to AEW or back down to NXT where they don't mind making small guys champions. You don't want to do that. That's fine. Let Dio Madden be threatening. And again, Rick didn't look terrible because it did take the interference of all of Retribution. That's what we said to do.
Yeah.
Do exactly that. Let them get some wins. They did that this week. So again, I have to mention it because we complained about it and they did exactly what we said
they listened to us.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that Gunny Lackey's one of our 5 viewers.
Yeah.
So we had Dana Brooke taking on Shayna Baszler. And again, these are a lot of matches that I wouldn't normally bring up, because we tend to just kind of hit the highlights. But we got a highlight tonight because Nia got involved, caused a DQ. They start just trying to beat on Dana's ass. And Asuka gets involved. And then Mandy Rose makes a return. So we got a return of Mandy Rose. It's cool. My guess that since they chose to take out Lana and hurt her ankle and get her out of the picture completely, I guess that they're moving the whole Asuka and Lana away from the tag team thing, and they're going to build Mandy and Dana up to that position or something.
Oh, it's Asuka still.
Yeah,
facing them for the tag team championships, but they're projecting it's either going to be Mandy or Dana to team up with Asuka.
So why'd they take Lana out of the match?
Because Lana's just going along with the story and is not quitting.
Is she going to hobble out there and stand at the side, and then Asuka's going to do all the work and she lucks into the victory again?
I guess so.
That could be a story. It falls in line with the rest. It falls in line with the rest of this. You got to have her compete in the match, in a cast or something. If you're doing the whole the underdog who never gives up thing, like you're saying, then yeah, she can't. She has to compete in this match. She really does. Taking her out of it is weird, and guess like you were saying, yeah, the injury is just one of those things she has to fight through for storyline purposes. Okay, I'm back on board. So Bray's playing hide and seek backstage and finds a rocking chair and sits in it because he's a chubby guy. He's probably knackered after walking around backstage a little bit.
Yeah, he's breathing kind of hard.
Yeah,
tired.
Yeah,
winded.
Keeping up that positive energy all the time takes a lot out of you, dude. Seriously, I used to be a camp counselor. It sucks.
Tropicana Field's pretty big too, and walking around that stadium.
That's true. That's true. So Bray has a little sit down, and Randy walks out from behind him, Mike Myers style. Randy beats his ass a little bit, and then chucks him in a box and sets it on fire. Lo and behold, inside that box happened to be his Fiend gear. The Fiend busts out of the flaming box, locks in the mandible claw on Randy. And everything Randy tries to do and fuck with the Fiend, which is, I kind of like this a lot. That Randy's I'm going to be more sadistic and more sadistic. And the plans don't get interfered with. They go off without a hitch. Everything he tries to do, it's just the Fiend's there.
Yeah.
And the Fiend is unstoppable. And I kind of like it. And I hope that Randy loses. I really, having the Fiend lose after all this would be ridiculous. This is a great story you're telling, and Randy does need to lose. I just don't know how Randy is going to become his worst self, because anyone who interacts with the Fiend, the long-term storytelling with this they've seen to do is that they become the worst part of themselves, the most aggressive or angry or darkest version. And Randy's kind of already that. As it just goes so far, it becomes nice.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, it becomes a face or whatever, like Bob Backlund style, hey guys, or goes super Hulk Hogan, eat your vitamins and take your Wheaties or whatever.
Yeah, because he's doing his best to bring out the Fiend so they can fight him. But what if he realizes that being kind inside, Bray won't turn into the Fiend, and then he can beat Bray and not the Fiend?
He sits down, plays Hungry Hungry Hippos with him in the middle of the ring, and then rolls him up real quick.
Yeah.
You know what?
And he tells him to go hide and just waits for the 10 count. She pulls the Sami Zayn.
Hey, you know what? They've already played hide and seek once. They've already established it as part of the storyline. I wouldn't mind them bringing it back. That's how he wins. He's like, let's play hide and seek. You know, you go hide out somewhere else. So I'll stay here in the ring and count. So you got to hide somewhere else, obviously.
Yeah. He counts to 10. And
Genius. I think you solved it, sir. That's how Randy's winning this match. I'll take it back. I'm changing my answer.
Cool.
So we get the WWE title ascension ceremony, which I guess is a fucking thing now since
they did that Clash of Champions with the IC title.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. I guess it's a nice variation on the contract signing, I suppose. So, or it gives you a chance to do more than one of those asinine get the champion contender in the ring before the match sort of situations. So you can double up and do a contract signing and an ascension ceremony. Don't fucking do that. Don't do either one. They're both stupid. All right. Because then that means the champ can't walk to the ring with the title and stuff. It just, I don't know. Not a fan. But Drew comes out there and ends up getting jumped by Miz and Morrison, and AJ just beats his ass. Of course, Drew fights back and throws Eminem out of there. Going after AJ, though, almost distracts him. AJ hits that phenomenal forearm, puts Drew through a fucking puts him on a table and climbs the ladder and jumps off and puts him through a damn table, then climbs that ladder, pulls the championship down. That's who got the air with AJ standing tall, which of course means he will lose this Sunday. But almost, of course, causing that distraction, which is what they want to put in your head, is that he is a distraction. Just his mere presence is a distraction. It was funny, I forgot to mention during the Sheamus AJ match when he went to powerbomb AJ through the announce table and almost just grabbed him off the back and just set him down.
Yeah. AJ is just almost his kid. That little 3-year-old just, nope.
Just AJ and the BFG over there, man. All right. That was Raw. It's okay for go home. I mean, he gave AJ some heat going into this match, a match that none of us are expecting him to win. So, I mean, there's a lot of little things. Mandy Rose coming back and stuff like that kept it entertaining throughout, like little small things. They go, throughout the night and kept you going. So, better than SmackDown this week.
Definitely better than SmackDown.
So, speaking of that,
we open up with SmackDown. KO comes out KO's out there. He's talking shit to Roman Reigns, and
like you do,
because that's your job. And this, of course, leads to the ongoing joke of the night as KO gets jumped by Jay and Roman, and
doesn't seem to fucking learn any better.
No, just gets his ass kicked throughout the entire night, several times.
Yeah. So he's talking shit to Roman. Roman doesn't come out there, but Paul Heyman comes up the screen and he's like, you know what? I don't want to hear anything from you, Paul. I'm just going to come back there myself. And then when he gets back to Roman's dressing room, Roman's music hits at the stage just to fuck with him. And Roman, the whole family goes, Roman's out there talking shit to him. So when KO comes barging out there, of course, he gets jumped by Jey Uso. He gets beat with a fucking chair and they just wear his ass out.
So after that, after the first segment of the 4-part beating of KO, we go into the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match between the Street Profits and the Glorious Show-Offs, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggler-boo.
So this was a fairly decent match.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but I've noticed that Ford and Dawkins matches have pretty much been, here's the formula. Ford starts, gets in peril. Dawkins hot tag goes on for about as much as his energy burst can stand, which is usually about 2 minutes or so of him doing high energy spots. And then his little spin splashes, which by the way, the spins take all the momentum out and it looks like he just kind of hugs the guy in the end. They're the worst splashes in the fucking industry. 2 minutes of that, followed by him getting caught by the other team, and then him getting in peril with him finally getting the hot tag to Ford with him hitting his finisher move, followed by Ford hitting his finishing move.
The anointment followed by the splash, the frog splash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The splash would be Ford's finishing move. So
yeah,
he'll hit like the what's his called?
The anointment.
The anointment. Yeah, he'll hit the anointment, then the frog splash, and then we're done.
Which actually is apparently called from the heavens, officially.
The anointment from the heavens. Love it.
But this is a fairly decent back and forth. And then, of course, the Manatees are back from their furlough and they got their roll-up ball. Ford rolls up Rude after Rude tries to roll up Ford. And the Street Profits get the victory.
Yeah, the story being here that Rude tried to grab the tights, but Ford wiggled out of it and rolled Rude up and grabbed his tights. So we'll have a reason for Dolph and Ziggles to challenge them at the pre-show, I guess.
I don't know. I figured if they had him here, then they're probably not going to be defended at TLC.
It's kind of what I figured too, but you always gotta have a title match in the pre-show to make us think the pre-show matters. But it doesn't. It just makes us feel like that title matters less.
Mm-hmm.
Stop making the pre-show a thing. It's not. Put your undercarders on there. That's what they're there for. That's where you put people like what the fuck's that idiot's name? I don't remember his name now. Damn. The guy that used to hang out with Zack Ryder and then started painting blue shit on his face. What the hell's his name?
Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, that's where you put Mojo Rawley. In Kalisto.
Or if you want the pre-show to start mattering, throw in a NXT match for the pre-show.
There you go. I watched that. Yeah, if you think they're your lesser brand, you like put like NXT, like the North American Championship match on there or something. Or like it's sad that the North American champ would give it some more weight, whereas putting an IC title match on there would just make the IC title look worse. Damn, that's the state you're in. Ooh, yeah, this is why AEW's beating you in the ratings there, guys.
Consistently.
Oof. All right, what you got?
After that, we get some talking by Carmella. And she says that she has a super expensive bottle of champagne. And, just so you know, Carmella, it's a barcode. The numbers with the white lines and the black lines, that's a barcode. That's not the price tag. Corey, check your woman. Fucking idiot.
Or, get the smallest dick out of your mouth and have him do it.
Or not cheat on your wife in the first place.
Fuck you, Travis Barker wannabe. Anyway.
So that was that. Carmella and Sasha talk shit. That was it. All right, so we got Otis and Shinsuke up after that, and Otis pulls a victory out of nowhere. So I guess Shinsuke is pretty much done.
Yeah, Shinsuke is officially on the level of Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, and Bobby Roode. Yeah, they are lower mid card heels who can come out and just lose all the time. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it seem like, even though they're basically in the same role as Miz and Morrison seem to be more credible? Is because they're fighting higher level people and losing to them? Like they're the jobbers for the upper card instead of the mid card. Is that why?
I guess so. I mean, they're funny.
Yeah, I guess there's that.
So we don't know if Cesaro and Shinsuke would be fun. Shinzaro, sorry.
Shinzaro, yeah.
Shinzaro.
TM.
Give them a show.
I mean, you can't understand Shinsuke half the time. So.
It's fine.
Yeah, you know what? Just lean into it. Just do it like Asuka does. Don't even speak English.
Yeah.
And just have Cesaro answer him like he understands all of it, but just make the responses nonsense.
Yes. It's great.
Done. New show. There you go.
Cesaro's great on Up, Up, Down, Down, so I don't know why you're not using him more.
I don't know why they don't use Cesaro more, period. I mean, there's name something that he's bad at.
Uno. After Bayley ends up beating Belair with the Rose Plant, we get a final segment with KO.
Can we say something about Bianca losing to Bayley on a fucking Friday night?
Yeah. I mean, it was
clean. What?
Well, Bayley said it to begin with, Belair is the EST of WWE, but Bayley is the ER. She's better, stronger, faster.
Dumb wordplay aside, man, this is like Charlotte beating Asuka. You had all this momentum built for somebody and just stop it dead in tracks with one of your old holdovers for no reason. This was dumb. That was a dumb move. That was a dumb fucking move. Really it was. Because Bianca looks unstoppable and you had her lose here tonight, and that's dumb. That's really dumb. Wow. Bad choice. Bad choice. Nothing was on the line. Bayley loses nothing here. That was a bad choice. All right. I mean, Bayley's had her time. She's had those long title reigns where she doesn't lose anything by losing tonight to Bianca Belair. Oh, that's a bad choice. All right. Sorry. On to the Roman Reigns segment there to close us out.
Yeah, so we come out and Roman Reigns is out there. I guess we're going to assume he's talking to KO, and it's like, KO, you're making the same mistakes everybody else is. You're not gonna win. Blah blah blah. KO's music comes out.
Limps his ass out there. Yeah. To all of us asking the question, the fuck you think is going to happen here? And what happens?
It's happened 3 times previously.
Gets his ass whooped. Yeah, because as we forgot to mention throughout the night, Jay kept jumping him. Like once as he was walking back from getting his ass whooped the first time, another time when he was sitting in the
Medical center
getting his wounds licked clean from getting his ass whooped the first 2 times. Like he's just ass whooping after ass whooping after ass whooping. Like it was more effective than the ass whoopings Drew kept promising to give, Randy all night long. And he comes limping his ass out there and catches his fourth fucking ass whooping. Like gets beat with the chairs. Then they put him through like spinebuster through one table, Samoan drop through another table. Then they just pile everything on top of him and then start hitting the pile. Which by the guys, I know that like wrestling logic is like if you stack weapons on top of each other, like they do more damage. But like you just gave him armor. You didn't. All right, never mind. I won't destroy the fantasy. But they leave him there. They go back backstage and about to catch an interview, and they see on the screen the KO dragging himself out from underneath the rubble and setting a chair up. I don't know how he got that microphone from underneath the rubble, but he pulls a microphone out from with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And he tells Roman, he's like, you know what? You didn't put me down tonight, and I am going to be there at TLC, and we'll either walk out the champion or I'm going to die trying.
Cool. KO's commitment can sell just about anything and make anything more interesting because the passion, the level of emotion he puts into these things makes it feel way more intense than it would otherwise. In his stuff with Seth and his stuff now. So I am looking forward to this match just because of that, but we all know how it's going to end. I just want to see him at least give a good leak into Roman. I just figured he would have come out tonight looking
a little bit stronger.
Well, yeah, or maybe getting his lick because I didn't mind this storyline with it being what's going on. You might be muted the whole time. Oh, okay. You're the very bottom, yes. What were you saying?
Talking about KO getting something in tonight.
Yeah, I don't mind this actually because it's different, and the story was that he couldn't be beat, his spirit couldn't be broken. But traditionally, WWE kind of is like we got to trade off heat left and right. If somebody gets jumped from behind one week, the other guy's got to jump from behind the next week so that he doesn't look bad or look weak going into this. Because when's KO ever going to get any heat back in any of this? He's not, because he's not going to beat Roman.
No.
So there's no point for him to get any retribution, and your thing's like, well, it's just going to make him look weaker in the end. But you're establishing a pecking order, and he's here, and it's because of he's going up against basically what is a new stable, even though it's just 2 guys and a penguin lookalike.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't dislike it. I don't think it really kills or hurts KO that much. But I mean, if your whole idea is to make Roman beat everyone into submission, you gotta make everyone look subordinate, like like we're in a feudal state here, then I guess this isn't a terrible way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we forgot to mention that he does offer KO the chance that he offered Jay. Like, Smith, tell me, acknowledge me as the head of the table. We'll be fine. We're good. But I don't know. It just doesn't carry the same weight to me as it does with Jay and Jimmy.
No, but at the same time, you do have somebody who has shown to be more like KO, even before this, has shown to be one of the most tenacious and one of the most stubborn wrestlers as far as like not giving in.
Yeah.
So if Roman's going to have to try and break this first person that's not someone of his family, then KO's a hell of a fucking place to start. So I'm trying to find some good in this. I mean, I'm trying to find a reason to fucking care.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit in there. There's a little bit in there. But ultimately, it's just the Roman and KO stuff isn't the worst stuff on there. It's by far probably some of the best stuff on SmackDown, but that's just the state that SmackDown's in at this point.
This is just the state WWE is in.
Let's go ahead and just do our predictions, and we'll hopefully get Reggie's in before this video comes out and put it up on the bracket.
Yeah, if not, he forfeits.
What, he forfeits?
Yeah, if he doesn't get it in by the time you get it edited, then he forfeits.
You got it. It's just between you and I.
Well, no, he'd have to watch the movie automatically.
Well, I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Just one of us is going to be tortured with him.
Mhm.
Okay, fair enough. Man, Reg, you don't really want to watch FP2? Come on, Bubba. Better put your shit in. All right, what you got?
All right, so first off, we got the New Day versus the Hurt Business, Alexander and Benjamin for the tag team titles.
Hurt Business.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's time now.
Sasha versus Carmella for the WWE, for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Sasha.
Sasha.
Don't give it to Carmella. That is something dumb they would do, but like the whole big thing is Sasha can't defend her title, and I know she's done it once, but like she got to do it more than that. Come on, man.
All right, looks like the women's tag team champions, Nia and Shayna versus Asuka and TBD.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Lana limping out there, and that title doesn't mean anything. It's just a prop to pass back and forth and to give us the feel good moment. I'm gonna guess Asuka's gonna be Asuka 2 belts,
Mhm.
and Lana's gonna get her first title.
Yep. That'll give Nia and Shayna some time off.
Yeah, it'll work. And they'll probably break them up and come back as individual people who are dominant. Maybe. I
Yep.
don't know. I like them as a tag team though.
Yeah, they're actually work really well together.
They do.
All right, we got Roman and Kevin.
Roman. Yeah.
Roman. Should add that that is a TLC match.
Yes.
Okay, we got the Fiend Bray Wyatt with Alexa Bliss.
She back?
That's what it says on the card.
Yeah.
On Wikipedia, at least.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Versus Randy Orton in the very first Firefly Inferno match.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but if it's something where you gotta catch somebody on fire and Randy gets a way out of winning this thing by not having to pin the Fiend, I wish I know what that stipulation is, because that might be an out for Randy. So, okay, it's just a traditional Inferno match then.
Mhm.
Okay, then in that case, I mean, that gives Randy a way to win this thing without the Fiend looking bad or losing a match by being pinned. It's kind of like when they had Kane lose that way because they didn't want to pin Kane, so they just had his arm catch on fire. Yeah, if the Fiend shows up wearing long sleeves, you know, whoever shows up wearing long sleeves is losing this match.
Bray always wears long sleeves.
Bray does, the Fiend doesn't.
Yeah.
The Fiend, if he doesn't take his jacket off, you know he's going up. If he wrestles in his top, you know, who knows? But you think Randy's gonna let his little briefs catch on fire? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
Maybe his hoodie.
Yeah, if he wrestles in the hoodie, maybe. I don't know. This is one of those that my answer might change whenever I see what gear they wear to the ring. That'll kind of be the indicator as to who's going up in flames. But
I'm gonna call Bray.
Bray winning this one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on this one. We picked all the same ones this time, haven't we? Well, this isn't much of a fucking competition, is
No.
it?
Last up in a TLC match again, we got Drew and AJ.
Who is it?
Drew and AJ.
Drew.
Let me go ahead and I'm gonna call The Miz. I'm gonna say he's cashing in tonight at TLC.
Well, with that being said, you want to see the movie you're gonna have to watch then?
Yeah, go ahead.
I picked, since I won last time, I had to get a new movie, and I'm going with William Shatner in Kingdom of the Spiders. I know absolutely nothing about this movie. Miles, would you be so kind as to read the back of it for us? William Shatner stars as veterinarian Rack, quote unquote, Hansen, in a cult classic about an Arizona town infested with a horde of arachnids that turn on the humans whose insecticides have depleted their natural food supply. After livestock belonging to Rack's friend, rancher Walter Colby, fall victim to a spider attack, entomologist Diane Ashley, Tiffany Bowling, arrives and tries to help Rack deal with the crisis. And with the big county fair fast approaching, Mayor Connors refuses to let them quarantine Colby's ranch. Soon, the remaining residents of the town must barricade themselves to stave off the eight-legged invaders in the ultimate man versus spider showdown.
That's fake news.
We all know eight-legged freaks is the ultimate man versus spider showdown.
Ain't no spiders in my America. ain't quarantining no way.
All right, guys, that's the movie they're going to have to watch since you just made a stupid pick there at the end.
Yep. I'm going with the FP2. It's my
And
Bringing
Reggie, I
that back.
guess, is going to go with
White Boys or
White
whatever.
Boys, where the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yeah, Kingdom of the Spiders. I can't wait to make you guys watch that piece of shit. It should be just as good as the FP, which you guys had to sit through, and the or not the F or the Mega Force, which you guys had to
Megaforce.
sit through. And that review should be coming out
2 days after Christmas.
Yeah,
December
yeah.
27th.
All right, guys, that was Heels Up. Thank you so much for being here. We will actually be off for 2 weeks because, we record these things on Fridays, and what with Christmas and New Year's, falling on Friday. We will be bringing you some extra stuff, though, some more Ramble On movie reviews, some more, what else do we got? We got some more Reanimateds and Bagged and Boards, all the other shows, all the other great shit that's on the channel. We're going to bring you some more of that stuff in place of Heels Up. So if you just watch our wrestling stuff, man, take this opportunity to check out some of our movie reviews and things like that. So check out our social media. I think that Reggie looks at that thing once a month and puts stuff on there occasionally. So check that out and say hi to your mother for me.